What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Mike Herring. Thanks for hanging out. So I don't want to talk about anything medical or doctorly today. What I want to talk about is what happened to me to get my Instagram account deactivated. The too long didn't read version is people pretending to be me got me shut down so they could keep pretending to be me without consequences. The real story has a few more layers. So while Instagram has given me a lot of good things like new friendships, the ability to help people, specifically the ability to help more people than I can just in my clinic and in my hospital, and for different reasons, and the ability to build my own personal brand. All great things. Problem is, there's a lot of really terrible people out there. So what do these people do? Essentially, they pretended to be me to get money out of other people. They created these stories about me, to trick people into giving them a bunch of money. Now, I never thought I'd say in 2019, hey, don't give money to strangers over the internet. But it's 2019 and don't give money to strangers on the internet. All right, now that that's out of the way. Turns out there are people that do this for a living. Yeah, for a living. What they do is they find young professionals, they take screen grabs of their Instagram or whatever social media account they might have and pretend to be them. Now, I can't tell you how many social media apps there are out there that I've never heard of, how many dating apps there are out there that I've never heard of. I'm not on any of them, but apparently my face is. I actually had one of my friends screenshot a photo of me on a dating app in my home city that I'm not on. So how do these people do it? Well, I'll take you through chronologically. It's usually through WhatsApp or some form of dating app or a social media app or something else. Something that I'm not actually on. What they'll do is they'll develop a rapport, they'll develop a relationship. Now they introduce themselves as a doctor. That checks out so far. Unfortunately, that's where the truths end. They give a long personal backstory. Now, they consider me in my late 30s, early mid 40s. They say that my parents died when I was very young, that I have a young son at home, that my wife and I have been divorced for many years, all of which not true. And then the victim will say, well, Mike, when can you come visit me? To which the scammer's response is, well, I'm stuck in insert foreign country here for the next 6 or so months. Hopefully I can come back sooner than that, but until I know for sure I'm stuck here, let me trick you into falling in love with me. Yeah, that actually happens. It happens a lot, and it's really strange. I don't know why people are falling in love with others through WhatsApp and text messages without actually meeting the person and know what they're actually like. But that's really not for me to judge. I'm trying not to judge it, but I'm kind of judging it. Anyway, they have this long backstory. They've been chatting for months on end. They're both saying their I love yous, one of them meaning it, the other one not. And then something happens. They'll usually involve some sort of corrupt police, some sort of corrupt government, or something else that's just kind of awful. I'll give you one example. My aide is stuck in insert country name here, and the officials are telling him his passport isn't valid. And they won't let him out unless he gets insert random sum of money here. And oh golly jeepers, my accounts have been frozen because I'm not in that country. Could you send money to this person? And then they'll provide this name and tell you, hey, it's a MoneyGram account or whatever it is, and they'll convince the person to send them a bunch of money. The victim sends them a bunch of cash, and then the scammer blocks that person from everything. All of the social media apps, all of the dating apps, from WhatsApp, from whatever other text messaging apps that are out there. I don't know. I don't go outside a lot. And then they're just ghosts. They're ghosts until somebody finds me. Most people will ask me, hey, is this actually you? Are you actually in this country? Do you actually have an aide that works over here? Do you actually work with Doctors Without Borders? To which I respond, no, because And then they tell me this whole story about how they either did or almost got tricked into giving them a bunch of money. That's usually how those interactions go. Sometimes they're not so cordial. As you could probably imagine, being stiffed out of a bunch of money by some scammer would probably be upsetting. Unfortunately, I'm not on any other social media, I'm not on any dating sites, so I really can't patrol all of these other social media sites or dating sites. Ain't nobody got time for that. And you might be thinking, well, Mike, wait a minute. If they banned you from Instagram, how can they keep stealing your photos and stealing your story posts and creating new content that they're just stealing from you? Doesn't that kind of not make sense? Yes and no. Now, there are billions and billions of people out there they could potentially scam. So they don't really need a ton of content, they just need enough to work their scam for the 4, 6, 8 months, however long it takes. So a few pictures here and there seems to be plenty for them. Now, some people will ask for a little bit better proof. Some people will ask for like a video chat or a passport photo to prove that it's actually me. So what they do is they will video record my stories on their phone, cut the audio, and just pretend, oh, sorry, we have a bad connection, the audio won't go through, but here's the video. Or they'll take a photo of me from Instagram and Photoshop it onto a fake passport. Now, they don't do a bad job making these fake passports, but who in their right mind would take a passport photo in a white coat and a stethoscope? But here's what they realized as my account had started to grow. What they found was, as I started to grow on Instagram, their scam was getting a little bit more difficult. Now, I'm not a big Instagrammer by any stretch of the imagination. As of this recording, I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of 32-ish thousand followers, give or take. And to all of my followers out there on Instagram that found me on YouTube and that continue to engage with my content every single time I post, thank you. I appreciate you more than you will ever know. But anyway, back to the story. If these scammers are dumb enough to use my actual name, somebody can just search my name on Instagram and poof, I pop up. Pretty high on the list. And that tends to save them a little bit of aggravation because they just find me, ask me, hey, is this really you? I say no, they go on with their life. But if I don't have a public Instagram account, I don't have anything else that's public. So nobody can actually find me. So these scammers have the chance to just kind of run wild without any fear of being caught. Not ideal. Well, Mike, why don't you just get verified by Instagram? I'm trying. It's not as easy as just clicking a button and be like, hey, here's your blue check mark. Apparently a lot goes into it. I've been denied a bunch of times so far, but I'm gonna keep trying. But anyway, if my account's not up, they can kind of run free and nobody can reach out to me and contact me and ask me if I'm really this person. They get to do whatever it is they want. Now, more often than not, they'll use a different name. But people out there are getting pretty smart. They're doing reverse image searches. And guess what pops up first? My Instagram account. If that doesn't exist, they're out of luck. So this seems to be the second time my account has been disabled for impersonating a scam account. I really hope it never happens again because it's very, very annoying. So that's what I've been dealing with for the past year or so. The first time I got deactivated was around Christmas of 2018. This last time was mid-July 2019. Hopefully it never happens again. It's very frustrating. I've made a lot of friends on Instagram over the course of the 2 years I've been doing this. I've been able to talk with a lot of people that are either going through med school or starting residency, dealing with diabetes, doing fitness things, like the whole 9 yards. Everything that I know well, I've been able to talk to somebody about, and I've been able to help somebody with regards to exactly that. So whatever it happened to be, I really did miss that part of the Instagram interaction, and I hope this never happens to me again. I hope it never happens to anybody else again, because I know this is a rampant problem. In my next video, I will go through what I did to get my account back, and spoiler alert, a lot of those YouTube videos you're watching, to say what actually works. Not quite. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, please smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, just so I know that you guys are liking it and I can keep creating more. So thank you to all of you. I appreciate you more than you will ever know.